Okay, welcome back, Science Explorers. So we are looking towards our culminating activity. So this is the last experiment that you'll be performing, and then we're going to do a class demonstration. And this one is again be looking at how substances and mixtures interact, particularly different types of liquids and different types of solids. So as we're going through our unit, we've been really looking at the particle theory, how things work on a molecular level. We realized a couple of things, that different solvents, so oil, lemon juice, and vinegar, react differently with different solids. When we did our ethyl alcohol experiment, we realized that things don't dissolve in ethyl alcohol because the connection or the attraction of the ethyl alcohol molecules are stronger than the solute, thus allowing it not to dissolve. And also, solutes have different molecular structures. So even in a solid, we have solids that have tighter packed molecules and then other packed molecules. So how we mix and match things and allow things to react and decide how to push forward with something is very important. And this is connected to your filtering experiment. So as you look and you want to add things to certain liquids to help things dissolve or break down, that's important to know. So for this experiment, you're going to be doing a little bit of cleaning. Okay? You'll be working in groups of 3, and I'm going to give you your groups. Okay, and essentially what you need to do is I'm going to have in the back, and unlike the candy bar experiment or the granola experiment where we had people kind of run out of things, I'm going to give you groups of 3, and then you can work on the experiment when you need to be. You'll find at the back of the class 3 cloths piled together. One cloth has grape juice stains, one cloth has tea stains, and one cloth has chocolate syrup stains. Okay, so you're going to need a cloth of each. All right, chocolate syrup, tea, and grape juice. Okay. Also, you find at the back of the class lemon juice, oil, and vinegar. Okay. These are going to be the 3 solvents you're testing to see how the effectiveness of them breaking down these particular stains. So you'll find some beakers or cups at the back. You're going to need 1 cup full of water. Again, I would fill this one right up to the top. Okay. Then you're going to need a cup of lemon juice. You just need a bit. So we're talking 1/4 of a cup, not a lot, because this needs to last for the whole class. And then you'll need a cup of water, and a cup of vinegar, and then a cup of oil. So those will be your things. The water stays all the same, and these ones here. Okay. So the first experiment you would do is you would take your grape juice stains, and what I would do is underneath each stain label it. So I would write oil, vinegar, lemon juice. Okay? Because what you're going to be doing is comparing how effective each of these solvents are at removing the stain. So what you do is you take a toothbrush, which you also find at the back, and let's say you start with lemon juice. You would dip it in the lemon juice, go to the area that has lemon juice written on it, and give it a scrub. Okay? Don't scrub too hard. You don't want to break the fabric. You're looking to see if the stain changes in color, does it do anything, or what's happening. So you don't have to kill it. Just dip, rub, dip, rub. Once you're satisfied, and you've obviously looked at it, you've compared it before and after, okay, what you can do is take your toothbrush, you're going to dip it in the water, okay, because you don't want any lemon juice on this. And then the next one you're going to move to is the vinegar. Okay, you're going to dip the vinegar. On the stain that says vinegar, you're going to give it a good rub. Again, not too hard. Examine it. Dip it in water. Save the oil for last. Okay, because the oil is a little difficult sometimes for the toothbrush. So do the oil last. Dip a bit again, rub, and then give it a good rinse. Make sure the brush is free of oil. Okay, you might have to use a paper towel. And then once you're done, you set this one aside. Okay. You should have enough for each experiment. You may want to replenish your water after each particular stain. Then you would move on to the tea stain. Okay. Same process. Write down oil, vinegar, lemon juice. Again, start with your lemon juice. Give it a scrub, water, vinegar, lemon juice, vinegar, rub, water, and then oil and such. Okay, and you do it for all 3 stains. Okay, so you should have enough lemon juice, oil, and vinegar once to start the experiment. You don't need a lot because it's just a dip. And then once you're done, these can all go in the garbage. This goes in the waste bucket, and that's your experiment. So again, just to reiterate, you'll be working in groups of 3s. I will give you the groups. Okay, you'll find at the back 6 sets of stains, because there's 18 of you, in this order. You have grape juice, tea, chocolate syrup. Okay. Then you would get your 3 liquids or 3 solvents again. So vinegar, lemon juice, oil, glass of water. Remember, under each one, essentially you're going to want to write vinegar, oil, lemon juice. Remember, after you do each test, to clean your brush. You don't want it contaminated. Do the oil last, so do vinegar, lemon juice, vinegar, and oil last, and that will be your experiment. The big question, again, I'll just give you one sheet, one question, the particle theory. So if something is being broken down, so now we're dealing with a liquid that has embedded in a solid. So we have a stain here. So grape juice obviously was able to get in between the molecular structure of this particular cloth. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Even solids have different structures. This cloth is not like a brick, so obviously their molecules are tightly packed, but not as tight as, say, a brick. So if I pour grape juice on a brick, I might get a stain, but it might not be embedded. So this one gets into the fibers. So how do I remove this? So think about it on the concept of the particle theory and the strength of those molecular structures. Also, in some of these liquids or these solvents, there's a chemical composition that could affect what's going on here. You may want to look at something called citric acid. Just worth a Google. Okay? Happy scrubbing.